Hi, today I am going to show and present my bacteria model that I did. And the bacteria that I picked was Streptococcus pharyngitis. It's what causes strep throat. And I used to and still get strep throat a lot, but I'm getting surgery soon to get my tonsils removed. So I am hoping after this surgery that I do not get sick anymore. But that's why I picked this specific bacteria. I am going to show the structures working from the outside in. So first is the pili, which are these string-like things hanging off my bacteria. And there are usually 1 to 3 on the cell. And the pili generates a process called conjugation. And in this process, the pili are used to transfer DNA from one cell to another. This causes bacteria to share their survival with other cells when exposed. I would explain the fimbriae and the flagella, but in my specific bacteria, it does not have either of these because in my bacteria's group, which is called cocci, they rarely show motility. So they are usually transmitted through the air, dust, or within the surface in which they settle in. Next is this glittery layer, and this is the cell's exterior that is covered in a sticky material called glycolyses. It has 2 layers, which are the capsule and slime layer. This is what keeps the cell from drying up. These also help the glycolyses stick to one another and to environmental surfaces, which increases the cell's ability to survive and cause illnesses. Next is the cell wall, and the cell wall is purple, which as you can see, and it is purple because it is a gram-positive due to its absorption and retainment to the compound crystal violet when working with it under a microscope. I thought this was very interesting to learn during the online labs. It contains a thick layer of peptoglycan that protects the cell from harsh environments, but it can be a target for certain antibiotics. When comparing it to a human cell, human cells do not have a cell wall, only a cell membrane. As I open my bacteria, you can see this pink-like structure, and that is the bacteriocytoplasmic membrane. This membrane is made up of proteins and lipids. It regulates the passage of molecules that go in and out of the cell. Again, with human cells, they have membranes, but it is called the plasma membrane. Next is this orangey structure, and that is the cytoskeleton. The cytoskeleton is in the cytoplasm. It is a network of fibers that forms the cell's organization and its shape. It also plays a big part in creating cell division. Next is this slime that I made, and it is the cytosol. The cytosol is the watery part of the cytoplasm and contains dissolved substances like ions, carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and waste. Inside the cytoplasm and cytosol, there are many different structures, and the first one is the nucleoid. The nucleoid is composed of DNA, and in human cells, the nucleoid sits in the nucleus, so it can't go anywhere. But in the bacteria cell, it does not have a nucleus, so the nucleoid can just float around wherever it pleases. Next is these pea-looking things. They are the ribosomes. Bacteria cells contain 70S ribosomes, which means they are smaller than human cells that have 80S. Since the bacteria's ribosomes are smaller, it is easier for medications to kill off the bacteria. So that was very eye-opening to me, and now I know why it takes antibiotics such a short time for it to work and kick in and make you feel better. So the next time I get sick, I know what is happening to the bacteria when I'm taking the medication. The ribosomes also synthesize proteins. Next is this lavender-like structure. Those are the endospores. I only could put one because there's not a lot of room in there to put more. But this is a durable structure that helps the cells survive under harsh conditions. For example, they can handle 5 times the dosage of radiation that is very lethal to humans. It's crazy how strong it is. Last but not least are the inclusions, which are these dark blue circles. And these reserve deposits of lipids, starch, and other chemicals. They store these compounds until the bacteria needs to use them. Human cells also have inclusions, but have different things like nutrients and pigments. But that is it for my Streptococcus pharyngitis. I hope you enjoyed looking and learning about the structures inside a bacteria cell. Thank you.